Schaumburg's Green Team was created to promote green building design and site development, as well as other green initiatives throughout the community. With me today are Green Team members Martha Dooley and Jennifer Maltas. Welcome.
Thanks,
Welcome to the show, Martha. Welcome to the show, Jennifer. Tell me a little bit about the Green Team. Just what is the Green Team and what do they do?
Well, the Green Team actually started as the Green Buildings Team several years ago. And it evolved when we started working on the new Comprehensive Green Action Plan into, it had just engineering and public works and community development, but we incorporated the rest of the departments into the Green Team. And so the Green Team is really focused on, what employees can do and what the village can do to, be more green and a better sustainable community.
Well, how many people are on the Green Team? I mean, you mentioned a bunch of different departments, but...
There are 14 people on the Green
14.
Team. Mm-hmm.
Is that one from every department, or?
There's one from every department, and in some cases, two. For example, Engineering and Public Works has 2 people on the committee, one from buildings, and then one also that does the recycling program for the residential properties in Schaumburg. So some departments have more than one member on the committee.
Well, now, why do we need a Green Team?
Well, the main focus of the Green Team is to implement our Comprehensive Green Action Plan, which was approved by the Village Board in December of 2008. The Comprehensive Green Action Plan covers 9 action areas that address different environmental issues for the village, and it follows very closely to the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus Climate Action Plan. And those areas are land use, green buildings, energy efficiency, water conservation, things along that line. And so the committee meets monthly to see what we can do in our own village activities to implement that plan and advance the energy efficiency programs in the village.
Now, are you involved in discussions with developers when they come in with site plans?
Yes, we do. And in fact, one of the things that we've implemented into the site development review process is to ensure that all new detention ponds or any detention ponds throughout the village that are retrofitted are planted with native plantings that help to filter out fertilizers and things along that line. They clean the water, they reduce erosion, and help to keep the population of Canada geese down. Really?
Why is that? How does that work? I mean, they come in there and they say, whoops, we can't go here? I mean,
yeah, the geese like to nest and create their habitat in areas where they can see around them to see their predators. And so if there are tall grasses in the planting, they don't want to be there because they cannot see their predators, and it's intimidating for them.
So that's a solution to some of the Canada goose problems that Schaumburg experiences in certain neighborhoods. Is that correct?
It's a great solution for that. Mm-hmm.
Does those things for the environment, keeps geese away?
Exactly.
What are some of the responsibilities? What do you have besides dealing with developers and advising homeowners associations about the advantages of having a green environment around their ponds? I mean, what else do you guys do?
The Green Team, some of the other things that we're involved in this year is we're developing a water conservation challenge that Jennifer can speak to a little bit more, and energy.
Like a water conservation challenge? Who's doing the challenging?
Well, we're going to challenge the elementary schools in town. We're working with School District 54. And because we have a unique system for our water and our water consumption, all of our residents can go in, sign in online, and find out exactly how much water they've used. It's automatically read twice a day. And since we have access to that information, we're going to assign through our GIS, the Geological Information System, we're going to
That's
assign...
a mapping system, isn't it? From
yes.
satellites and...
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we're going to assign each property in town to a school. And so each school will compete against each other to reduce their water use throughout the year. And they'll have access to that information. And the village is going to, working with our information technology department, we're going to create a website where they can see how the progress is, who's in first place, and we're going to be working with some businesses in town to try to get some incentives for them to participate, like what the winning school would receive something.
District 54, are all the schools in District 54 going to be involved in this?
Just Schaumburg based, because we're the only ones who have that specific water data, because we're one of the only communities even around the country that has this type of technology that we're able to provide all this information to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. The kids are really going to get into
Yeah,
this.
we figured that it would be great to have the little kids knocking on the door. They would have a bigger impact than village staff. So we figured.
Oh, they're going to go door to door?
Well, depending on how serious the kids want to take it, they can do as much as they want. So we're going to be working with them to incorporate some, water conservation information into their curriculum.
This is just grade school, right? This
Yes.
is not junior high or high school.
Right.
Well, that's great. What are some of the goals you have beyond what you're doing now?
Well, one of the other goals will be to implement an energy efficiency challenge to the community, and that would involve residential and commercial properties, both. And that's more reducing your energy use at home or within your workplace and instituting or implementing some energy efficiency measures.
Well, specifically, what can a resident do? What can a business do specifically to reduce energy
Residents,
consumption?
one of the first things they can do is change out their light bulbs from incandescent bulbs to CFL light bulbs. Install a programmable thermostat is a great idea. If you live in an older home where your windows may not be energy efficient, obviously it's a much more expensive alternative, but that's something that you can implement, is to put in energy efficient windows. Same thing with your air conditioning and your heating. Have it tested, see if it's operating efficiently, and if not, make the repair. Because there are some substantial savings that you can have annually that will.
Aren't there some incentives on the part of the federal government for reducing energy consumption?
Yeah, there are some federal tax incentives that are out there. They're tax credits. You don't need to itemize on your tax return in order to take advantage of it. And those are for the energy efficiency measures that you put in place both commercially and in the residential sector in 2009 and through December 30th of 2010. So for this year and 2010, those will be available.
Is the village going to participate too in terms of energy conservation? I know you mentioned the schools and getting the kids involved. What is Schaumburg doing?
The village has several projects that are lined up to begin when we receive some federal stimulus money that we're anticipating to get within the next month or so. And some of those projects are to retrofit the 2 fire stations in town with energy efficient lighting, as well as some energy efficient lighting here at the Prairie Center. And then also the public safety building as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're also looking to put maybe a small solar project down at the airport.
A solar project?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that going to go?
Probably go on the terminal buildings.
Terminal
or not the terminal, excuse me, the hangars.
The hangars. That makes a great deal of sense. There's a lot of space up there.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great. So how do you plan on accomplishing them? I mean, you talk about getting the businesses involved. Is somebody contacting the businesses now to see if they're...
Yeah, we're through the Green Team. Our Economic Development Coordinator, Matt Frank, is also on the team, the Green Team. And he is placed with the charge to go out into the community and talk with the businesses, the hotel sector, and things along that line to bring them the information that we have, and then also to try to engage them in some energy efficiency measures.
Has it started yet, or is it something that's being planned for the short term? Or?
We're just getting off the ground and designing our plan for that now, and I expect within the next 3 months we'll begin going out into the community and doing.
Now, how does this work that you're doing in terms of the Green Initiative? How does that tie into the adoption of the Biodiversity Recovery Plan that Schaumburg adopted some time ago?
Well, the Biodiversity Plan was adopted by the village board and implemented into our comprehensive plan, and we're just using that as a springboard and building upon that to bring more energy efficiency out into the neighborhoods and into the rest of the community.
And what kind of information is out there for residents who might want to go more green than they're doing right now? How can they get more information about this?
Well, we have a lot of information on the village's website, on the Green Team website. They can go there, villageofschaumburg.com, and you can check out all of that information. It'll give you tips about how to reduce your energy and other resources and websites that are out there for residents to take a look at.
Oh, that's great. Martha, Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks for the great information. That's it for this edition of Speaking of Schaumburg. Join us next month for another program of interesting information about our community. And until then, see you around town.